Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. You got myself here, Nemesis, of course, you know. But, Mikkel, not sure where he's at. I tried texting him. I think he said he was on his way back to the hotel from the mining facility. So he's en route, I guess. I tried asking about how long he's going to be. And I'm hoping him not texting back means he's driving. That's what my hope is. Otherwise, what's going on, everybody? We got John Germain. He's like, what? Karlsen is done. Maybe not. Who knows, right? Somebody's still trading it. Somebody's still buying it. Is it truly dead? Hard to say. What's up, Sadie? Sometimes dropping that FA. What's up? Got Gundy stuff and things with yo, yeah. And we got John's like, I have a beautiful 9 GPU Karlsen mining rig too. Shame. So I hope everybody's having a great week and all that good stuff. I'm kind of glad that I just got off of work a couple of hours ago. Been relaxing here, and So, end of the week, busted my butt, for as Richmond. What was it that song? Richmond, north of Richmond. Overtime hours for bullshit pay. We all know that song. We all know it well. But hopefully, as your guys are sliding on in here, definitely smash that lizard like button, subscribe, bell notification, all that good stuff. Yo. Will you stop rubbing up on me, dude? See, these cats with the mining rigs and the windows being open create a little static electricity, and they like to zap me. And if I'm holding on to my mouse, it likes to mess with anything that's USB related. So he's getting really annoying here. It's like, pet me. I want attention now. What's up? Gunny's like, GPU Jesus, what you mining right now? Some of that Lizardy Litecoin. And then, of course, shits for bits. But, yeah, I've gotten in on the whole Karlsen thing. It's like, believe it or not, people are going to, it's not the most profitable thing right now. It's like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to be mining to my last payout here. And then I'm switching over to the next coin. The next... If it's profitable tomorrow, it depends on what's all profitable. This market is where, as the whole miner, it's kind, sometimes it's fun, sometimes kind of a pain in the butt, but it is going to be, profit chasing. You can profit chase and have a little fun with that, or you can just split the difference, find something that's just on average within the top 3 of profitability, right? Let everybody else go after the most profitable thing, because it's gonna basically you're once it becomes really profitable, and that's all that's out there that's profitable, it's profitable for a day, 2 days at most, and then all the hash rate spills onto it, and it destroys all profitability. By the time basically you see all the we got a Mikkel, by the time that you see all the YouTubers, any of the big YouTubers starting to talk about a particular coin, hey, I hit emit. I think I did. There we go. I was just being slow. What's up? Are you there? Test 1 2 3.
I mean, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Probably not. Okay. It's pushing to my car audio.
Ah.
Yeah, that's car life. What's up?
What up? What's up? What's up? Yep. So it's like a wild Mikkel appeared, Sadie. It's like, thumbs up, yeah.
Wild me appears. I've been swamped all day.
Oh man, I feel you on that one. I feel you.
Yep, another 12-hour day in the books.
Nice.
Though it doesn't really feel like 12 hours when you're like doing something that you enjoy doing. So
Right. You're just like, oh wow, I should probably go home.
yeah, basically, I'm like, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to go. It's time to get out of here. I got a live stream. I'm not shit. My boss was like, when are you gonna do that? And I said, like in 2 minutes. And he said, well, you should be leaving then. And I was still the last one to leave because I locked up. So what is up, chat? What's up, Nim?
Not too much. You know, sitting there chit-chatting about the mining on Karlsen post CRAZE.
Yep. You know, speaking of Karlsen, so I don't know if you saw today. Hopefully, everybody in chat also pay attention to this. But like earlier this morning, CASPA got dusted again. So of course, if no one knows what dusting is, it's basically they're spamming active wallet addresses with a super small microtransaction all at one time, so that way it bogs down the network. Right? That's the reason why they do this. Also, they can also track all the addresses that receive those coins or then send out those coins. That is also another thing. But that happened today, so CASPA put out an update. They updated RPCs, they updated bridges, and upon that happening, it actually took down a lot of miners, like Ice River miners. One of the largest Ice River farms lost half of their hash rate today due to this for multiple hours, while other farms stayed online. So, not saying it was malicious, but you know, it definitely could have been people just spamming the network, so that way they're like, oh, you know, this will cost us a little bit, but the returns that we're going to make from everybody being offline is much greater. So they weigh in their options. It's kind of like 51%ing a chain. Like, what's the cost to do so? You know what I mean?
Right.
So is it worth the cost? Depending on what you're doing. If you're just 51%ing, it's not worth the cost because that's all you're doing, right? You need to also double spend and do malicious things. But
if you're just trying to do it so that you get more block rewards,
correct. Like, it's not. I always hate the term 51% attack. I mean, you know this. I hate that term because like it's meant to be that way. I mean, think about it. Back in the day, there was only a few pools, and there was always a 51% majority on a pool. There's still 51% majorities on pools. It's not so much the 51% that's the bad thing. It's the malicious intent that comes with that, which is double spending. And that's where the attack comes into play.
Because me and Mikkel have participated in almost a 75% network domination.
There you go, network domination. That's a good way to put it. Network domination. So that happened today. I thought it was pretty wild. Son of a Tech made an extremely good point earlier today. Was all of these CASPA forks actually all forked prior to this situation being fixed? So all of these CASPA forks are all vulnerable to this said situation. Like all of them, they can all have this problem very easily.
Right.
and actually it cost less because their networks were smaller,
Right.
and their coins price discovery is also smaller. So therefore they could attack it with less dollars. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pushing you over to my headphones.
Ooh, sound all crispy now.
No, I know, right? But yeah, so I don't know if anybody saw it today. I don't know if you saw that, but
No,
if you
I was
have Ice
working
River
today,
miners,
man. I was working way too much.
Yeah. Well, the joys for me is that I'm working in blockchain space, so I get to catch news like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened this morning. It actually affected a few hosts, ice rivers that was at the farm. Actually, a couple of them went down, but nothing like crazy. But it definitely happened. It's definitely a thing that happened.
Damn. Wish I would have known. I would have switched some of my rigs over to Caspa, mined some of that stuff, and then like sold it really quick because block rewards would have been better.
Yep. I'm still mining Prin, which is also a Caspa fork. Yeah, there was two new Caspa forks past Prin, and they actually disappeared. Like their GitHubs disappeared. Like all their coin informations have disappeared. So I don't know if they got like dusted and they didn't survive the dust, or if they just bailed.
And that's Prim?
No. There was two more Caspa forks after Prim.
Oh, okay.
That have come out since Prim. One of them was like
I'm curious to know what the hell
Nice
Hash is mining on Octopus that's so much more profitable than Prin right now. Because like if you look at it, like it's like significantly more profitable.
Yeah.
So that to me is the where are they mining? That would be the nice little
it's not so much what they're mining, it's who's paying for it, you know what I mean? Who's wanting all that hash rate? At the end of the day, Nice Hash is just a seller of hash rate.
Right.
At the end of the day.
And I get it. But there's like nothing on Octopus that's like worth it.
Maybe it's worth it to somebody.
It's weird. And they're like paying like a mega premium for it.
Let's see if we can. All right.
Oh.
Made into the hotel room.
We have a bearded face. Holy crap.
Bearded face.
Epic
bearded face and green walls.
Man, that
great
that
beard comes great responsibility.
Is like pretty wild right now. It looks like it's wind blown.
It is. It is. It's pretty wild.
It's like
it's wind blown, and I have to keep my hair like tucked into my shirt.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I wear my hair like this.
Yeah. I'd be more concerned of the exhaust fans.
Yeah. If you're by the main
they're definitely
exhaust fans, you're not talking about the exhaust fan.
Oh no, I'm
AC.
referring to
He's talking about the exhaust fan on the building or the structure.
Those things are not forgiving. They will rip that shit right out.
No, that's like the fans that we had for our facility.
Oh no. Much bigger. No.
Oh, I know.
Much bigger and much stronger.
I know. You're dealing with the 3-phase ones.
Yeah.
I know which ones you got. It's the same ones everybody's using in the business. So
I don't know. I haven't seen these fans anywhere like in the other farms. Kind of weird. Or belt driven.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen those in many farms. Those are like the old school fans that you can just keep rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding.
They're super heavy duty.
Oh my god, yes.
It will probably last a lifetime.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, those are the ones that all the guys like they try to go after, and then they end up with what we have.
Or they find living fans.
Yeah, or they get the ones that are like the 3-phase variations of them.
Bro, we have a container that has basically the whole. It's a 40-foot container on this one specifically. It's a 40-foot container, but it has about 20 foot of it is fans. Like just a crap ton of living fans. It's wild, and the amount of like CFM they all pull together is like even more wild. I'm trying to get my Steam Deck open so I can.
So at the farm
I can see the chat because I can't see the chat.
I understand that you can't like really disclose stuff. Is there GPUs at the farm?
A few.
A few.
A few. Definitely more ASICs than GPUs.
Okay. Is
by a long shot.
Does it look like any of? How can I put this? Does it look like any of the customers that are there are heavier in the GPU side than they are the ASIC? Because I would imagine that the customers there would be a blend.
No, all ASICs. The GPUs I can put down to a customer or two.
Really? So okay. So that I mean, and you know that, and the reason why I would ask that is like you can see where the market's overall sentiment is overall with how mining is moving forward. It used to be you would see a farm where it would be a blend of like GPUs and ASICs if they were a hosting facility. It was really common. And over the last year, I've watched it like switch over. Everybody's running ASICs now. You know, it's like, granted, I understand it's, you know, post Ethereum mining died off for GPUs for a little while, and everybody still wanted to be able to participate in the market. So moving forward, all they could do is just Bitcoin mine, and they had to find cheap, reliable power anywhere they could.
Yep.
And which really opens up, which really shows you that in the commercial realm of things for GPU mining, the commercial end of it is not there at this moment.
The GPU mining? No.
Yeah.
No, and then like...
You know what I'm saying? Where you're not seeing the Ethereum farms where there was dedicated GPU farms.
No, you're not seeing that as much anymore. And it also boils down to the upkeep, man. Upkeeping hundreds of thousands of GPUs is a lot of work. That is a lot compared to ASICs. I mean,
yep.
We have, you know, I've seen some ASICs there that have been running for, you know, 6-7 months, like uninterrupted. Well, I say uninterrupted. Uninterrupted other than like curtailment. You know what I mean? Like other than that, they have had like they've been.
Oh, they participate in the curtailment program.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So we have to curtail during the summer, which is cool. It's interesting because we didn't have that option. You know, at our farm, because we didn't have enough power that we were pulling. So they do, and curtailing is just it's interesting. Like I always thought that it was more like
they offered it to us, but we were like, man, we don't want to be down on hash rate. Oh my god, that would kill us.
So for like yeah, and also like we were real heavy in like GPUs.
Yeah.
So like that's a different scenario. Curtailing ASICs is way easier than curtailing GPUs.
Yeah. Because
You
like
can
all you have
just
to do is go
you can
kill
just
the
throw
Ethernet
in.
to them, and you're like, yeah, power down.
Well, I mean, they use Foreman, and Foreman has like settings for this. So like they can go into like power down cycle, and it cycles down all the machines, which is wild to like hear. Like hearing lots of ASICs spool up to like full and like full like man is wild. Yeah, noisy when they go like into cooldown mode, like all of them at the same time. It's a pretty interesting experience.
Oh, dude, man,
Next summer
I
I
did
will.
the two.
Next summer I'll record it for y'all so y'all can hear it.
I did it
It's
with
pretty
my
crazy.
two what's minor M30s, and to hear
Oh,
those things
that
scream when I unplugged them. I mean, it was just like, and they stayed
that
like that for
times
a
like
hot
1,000. You know
I
what I mean?
know, dude. I was like, I could only imagine because hearing those two just go full
And there's
fan.
you know there's a blend. You know there's uh, some Watts miners, so like you can definitely tell the pitch from a Watts miner. I can always hear it. Like just the tone's different. Because of the fans. That's all
Yep.
it is. It's just the fans are different. They're actually bigger. 140 millimeter fans compared to 120
Yep.
on amp miners, and also the power supply fans on the Watts miners scream.
Oh my god. I wish there was a way I could make those that
You
fan
can.
that
Yeah, you just have to get a Noctua replacement. Something that's cooler. Or something that's quieter. It's because it's a ball bearing fan. In my opinion. I mean, I'm not 100%, but
it's sometimes it's the blade angle pitch. So it's like snapping a wet towel in the air, but
yeah,
times 6
I
every
can see that.
second.
I can't see my chat.
So Pyron, what the hell is it trying to offer outside of outside of being ASIC resistant?
It's not even ASIC resistant. It's not
Oh
even
my-
FPGA resistant. There's
Oh my
already
God.
FPGAs on it.
Oh,
There's
that's
been
horrible.
FPGAs on it since like day 3.
Oh my god.
Karlsen too. Karlsen's not like ASIC resistant. They're
And
not
that's what they
FPGA
boast
resistant
the
either.
most, right? They're like, we are ASIC resistant.
Yep. And I mean, so like, will you be able to use an iServer ASIC? No. Because they switched the hashing algorithm. Instead of being Shaw derivative, they're Blake 3 derivatives. So you can't use like an iServer ASIC, but you are able to use like an FPGA. I heard it was extremely easy. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, but I heard it was extremely easy. Even users who aren't code savvy, all they had to do is change a few lines of code, and it would be functionable.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, not resistant, but prolonged. You know what I mean? Like they changed it enough that they would have to rework an ASIC, and FPGA are way more flexible in that situation.
Right.
So they're able to do that. But yeah, not ASIC resistant, sadly. Is ASIC worth their time? Or is it worth the maker's time? No, not yet.
No.
It's not worth their time yet.
Nope.
The coin yield is almost worth it. You know what I mean? But the price and the network size isn't worth it yet.
Yep. I will agree right there. And I'm
You know,
surprised that the FPGA community is so quick to adopt on some of these.
uh,
Like
yes and no. I mean,
before they were a little slower, I feel like they were like kind of a little bit more cautious of what they were going to get gung ho onto, and it feels like right now they're kind of snapping at whatever they can get their hands on that's at least profitable for a week.
yeah. So things have definitely like changed in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Um, it reminds me more of like a bull run FPGA mining. There's always something hot, and they're always like in developing in something. Compared to like bear market FPGA mining, which no one likes. I rather enjoy it because the coin yield is way higher per device. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different this go around. There is, I wouldn't say more FPGAs on the network or like out in the wild because physically every new maker that has come out with FPGAs, even Osprey included. Osprey did not create anything new. All they're doing is reballing chips that were already in existence. Same with the other makers that have come out with FPGAs in the last like year. They were just chips that have already been in circulation. They are nothing new. So I was actually having a conversation with somebody the other day. The amount of density that an FPGA, like of specific FPGA types, hasn't grown at all. So there are still very few FPGAs than there are like ASICs or even more GPUs. The BCU 1525, which is one of my favorite FPGAs, like by far. They were the workhorses, man. And I think there was only like 5,000 of them or so made, if I'm not mistaken. Like that was it. There's no more than that. And any VU9P chips that are being used for Ospreys, because there are VU9P Ospreys, which is a BCU. There are those, but those are only chips that have been reballed because the boards are always the failure. That is where it always fails. Sometimes they fail in the chips, but it's because the board's fault. So they didn't increase the amount that there was out there. They're just
like how mine failed
actually
on the ground
use
side of the board and it cracked the chip.
Yeah. So like they didn't like increase the numbers of like new chips out there. Like they were already there. They were just, some of them just weren't working. You know what I mean? Like, but they were still like in existence from creation. They didn't like turn 5,000 chips into like 10,000 chips.
Right.
None of these FPGA manufacturers have created something new. It's all old tech or stuff that's been in existence, or reballing chips, or reusing hash boards. It's nothing new. So, yep. There's my FPGA news for y'all tonight. I hope the K10 gang stays off RxD for a while longer. They will, because they have Karlsen. Sadie. They have Karlsen now. They can go mine publicly, so they will. Just because it's publicly out there.
Right.
It's been out for a while, but for machines like Hash Altcoin and the Superscalar K10s and multi-miners, Osprey, you have to wait longer for those kind of bit streams because they are not only chip specific but device specific. Like I can't go run a BCU 1525 bit stream on a VU9P Osprey. Like it won't work. It's not
Texture
going to
is
work like that.
different.
So yeah, why don't they socket FPGAs? They do.
Yep.
They do. They're like balled on. That's why they call it reballing. It's kind of weird. It's like the in between of like a CPU and like an SoC.
CPUs are still you're still reballing CPUs. It's the
Well,
pin the
CPUs
pad.
are like removable. You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of getting at. So you can remove a FPGA chip from a board very easily. It's very easily doable. It's very like it's intense. You know, it's like surgery.
Or I
But
should
you
say like
can
a
do it.
VGA core and a GPU. Those are balled on. Those you have to
Yeah,
reball.
yeah, those are definitely yeah.
They're not
Yep.
made to really like be removed so much because that whole process of that kind of heat, kind of you run their gamble of like, please don't break, please don't break.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they do in a sense. I've never seen like a socketed FPGA. I don't think they ever. I don't think they can. Just because of the way that the gates work. I don't know that you can.
I don't think
You
you
could
get.
socket it.
You don't get power delivery accurate enough.
Yeah, I understand that. If you can't dig it out without soldering, it's not a socket. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, it's removable, but it's not. I don't know if any FPGA that's socketed.
No.
And I think it has to do with just pathways. You want the fastest pathway and the most stable. And I don't think a
Yeah.
socket will give that to you.
What's up, nerd?
Yeah, because like I've kicked around the idea of getting one of the Ospreys because like I do think those things are pretty cool.
Oh, great. I love mine. Shout out to Osprey for sending me the E100. Greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all are out freaking standing. But yeah, I love mine. I enjoy it. It's different. I mean, if you're tech savvy enough, you're not even limited to Osprey. You can actually use something different. You don't have to use Osprey's dashboard. You can actually, there's other dashboards you can actually download that people have made already, and you can just not use Osprey, and you can actually still use their equipment.
Kind of like how I do with my 3D printer, with utilizing the Marlin software on my 3D printer.
Yeah,
third party public, third party software you're implementing down because it's got a better interface of what you're looking for, or it allows you to do overclocking or something like that, a little bit more stable.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone can run their own software. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can make your own software, but there's actually someone out there who allows you to get around like the Osprey thing, because like technically you have to have the Osprey's bit streams, right, or built for Ospreys because of the control board, and you're communicating with their software and like their operating system to this sense. Like that's the reason why that they have to do that, and the miner's like built specifically for that. You could use someone else's dashboard or no dashboard and just you can like SSH into an Osprey and actually like command line and talk to it and like have it do stuff. Like technically you don't even need the dashboard. It's a lot more work, and a lot of people aren't familiar with stuff like that, so they won't do that. But
Yep.
You're not as limited as most people think with like an Osprey machine, which I've come to learn that it's
And I love
pretty
remoting
interesting.
into the machine because, like, I don't know what it is about, like, especially in the Linux side. I don't know what it is. But if I go in through the dashboard, I can't fucking find anything. I go into it through remoting into it, and it's like I can find exactly where the directory is sitting. I can open up all the files that I need to, but I go in through the dashboard and it's non-existent. I don't understand why that's my Linux usage is that I cannot use Linux dashboards. I have to use command line in Linux. I don't know how to you operate Linux otherwise. It's kind of irritating. I mean, even with my
sure.
Raspberry Pi, I'm remoting into that son of a bitch. And it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. I try to go through the front end, and I'm like, directory not found. Can't update. God damn it.
Yeah, no clue, nerd. I don't know what's going on with conflicts. The profits are crazy high. No clue.
I think you're gonna find that there's gonna be coins that'll pump here and there with the market going up overall. You know, you're gonna find that money just kind of ebbs and flows through the market. People are riding the roller coaster of gains. Most lose on that after the first run up.
Facts. These are facts.
It's like I made over $3 a day on a 3070.
That's crazy. Octopus on Nice Hash is paying $2 per 3070 right now.
Yeah.
That's
a
crazy.
3090 is $245 profit.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, what the hell are they mining on Octopus?
He made over $3 today for the 3070 on it.
Yeah.
Jeez. What's up, Joe Spindler? I just realized my top chat. Dang, top chat.
I hate Top Chat. I don't know why.
Bro, whenever you're if you ever use a dock with your Steam Deck, something like will get you if you're not paying attention, and like is hard to work with sometimes, is the default stream like Steam Deck plays 1080p whenever you push it onto a screen. When you go into desktop mode, 2160. Freaking massive. The text is always small. It's great, terrible all at the same time because it's like clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna push all the pixel density.
I've been using my my Steam Deck for the ultimate streaming device. Basically, I've been like watching Max, which is HBO Max. I've been watching that on there, playing some games. Like it is like the ultimate like device for like going and doing stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that I got it.
If I'm on the
But
go,
I wish I would have waited just a little bit longer because I could have bought a fucking OLED.
Oh no,
like,
they're all having problems right now.
I know, but still, like,
you kind of lucked out. I'm just saying.
I mean, I love it. I also built my Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like I bought the base model and I bought all the upgrades for it that I want.
Right.
So like I built mine. You know what I mean? So
I
can't do that. Can't do that with the OLED.
OLED is not worth it.
Steam Deck does it all, man. I love mine. Yeah, I love mine too, man. It's a great device. I just got to figure out now how to get Fortnite back on it because the last update killed my Fortnite. Once I get Fortnite back up and running on my Steam Deck, I could have been earning Neox and playing Fortnite right now, but I can't. Yeah. That last Proton update hurt my Epic Game Store. I have to like redo it all.
Oh, womp womp.
Which sucks. Yeah, Linux open source for the win. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's why
Except for when it's the anti-cheat software is always the issue. It's because Epic Games runs their own anti-cheat. Steam has theirs, so running it on a Steam OS variant, they conflict with each other. So you have to you gotta do it right, and you have to download like third-party vendors, which is like not the best situation. It's always sketch.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like, I gotta go down from somebody else, not Epic. That's weird. I don't know.
He's got a workaround.
Yeah.
Who can I ask about this? Is this like legit? Oh man, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I usually only follow guides that gaming to Linux posts. Yeah.
But even with all this mining stuff, you know, Nice Hash is like knocking it out of the park. Pyron's right behind it. Still don't
Yep.
get Chinet, but you have Karlsen still in the top 5
I like most profitable.
of most profitable still right now. And then you got Alphium and Calor.
Alphium.
Yeah, Alphium. Yeah, there you go. And Calor. I mean, and you're ranging from, you know, Pyron to Calor, you're 91 cents on a 3090 down to 69 cents, you know, on a 3090. So, I mean, your
Right.
spread really isn't really far from top 2 to top 5. Because, you know, Nice Hash is just killing it right now. Everybody run over, pile on Nice Hash, make it all unprofitable.
Yeah.
Isn't that how mining's supposed to work? Everybody just pile. Get back on the pile. Back on the pile.
back on the pile. Everybody pile back in.
Everybody's like, see it like publicly. They're talking trash about Nice Hash, and then everybody's like in the background. Back on the pile. Get back on the pile. It's profitable. You get Bitcoin.
Gundy said, any thoughts on a big downturn before the end of the year? I mean, we normally do.
I've been kind of waiting.
You normally get that. Yeah, I've been too. You know, it's about the time where it's gonna happen. People start selling off.
Are we gonna get
tax harvesting?
Are we gonna get the Christmas dump? When did Litecoin dump? Oh, that's a good question. When did Litecoin dump in what, 2017?
Yeah, normally we have basically tax harvesting. At the end of the year is what a lot of people do. So they're not holding long-term gains. But I don't know, it's kind of weird right now. This ending of the bear cycle is not like traditionals that we've had so far. And I don't expect the next
December
bull run
17th.
to be.
We're the 16th right now.
So maybe tomorrow. maybe tomorrow, plans we're dumping.
Right?
But yeah, so
who's going to be the canary in the coal mine?
I have a feeling that this next bull run will be a little bit different.
What everybody keeps saying. But in order for that to happen, we have to have a triple top.
Yep. I mean, we could just go into a 9-year bull run once the ETFs get approved. Like gold did. Gold went on a 9-year bull.
Or Biden prints another trillion.
And if you want to zoom out and look at the whole lifetime of Bitcoin, it's been a nonstop bull run this entire time.
God, yeah. Bitcoin
you like,
only up.
if you zoom out, it's only ever been up. Like
Right.
the little dips that you like fixate on, you know, like, oh, 3K dump, like that was a blip on a full like lifetime chart. Like that was a blip.
Right.
Like that doesn't even register, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't even look like it dipped that low because it's just been like a steady up the whole time.
Right.
Piece of fact.
China's like,
should
we
be
ban
weird,
it.
yeah.
Bitcoin still.
Yeah. I mean, just because China's banned it didn't never like stop them from using it. You know, they're still one of the leading.
Bitcoin went from 10 grand to 3 grand. On the chart, it just looked like this.
Yeah, I mean, they're still like one of the leading countries in like Bitcoin mining.
Oh my
Not
God,
only
yeah.
that, but they're also like the producer of Bitcoin mining machines. So like, I don't know. FUD be FUD. Even though it's like it is like a legit thing, like it is illegal, but definitely is not stopping anybody. Maybe it's just because those people have enough money to not get stopped at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cash the planet, yeah, for sure. Techman says best breakout board. I don't know. Not really a big server power supply, dude. I think I've only ever really used those X5 boards. That's all I've ever really used.
Pretty much what I've always used too is the X5 boards. The worst that happened is the on off on those things fry out, and you gotta solder pin 1 and 4 together with a little jumper wire to manually turn it on, or you can just put a switch in there.
Dang, that sucks, Techman. He's never had one fail until now. The ZSX amp took a poop.
It'll show the amperage draw on the board. I just didn't like all the glitz and glamour. I usually get the basic variation of that where it's on.
Power on.
Yeah, power on. I don't even like, some of them have the voltage on it, and like I cringe when I get those. I'd rather have it just be a basic bitch.
I don't really care for this either.
Like, I don't even want lights
but
on it.
I know we had some at the farm, you know, and they were all right. I think those were from Parallel Miner.
Yeah.
I think those came from. And they had little RGB lights on them.
Yeah, but I don't want the RGB lights on them. You know, it's like, oh.
Yeah, for sure. They're all right though. I just find spare power supplies to be noisy.
Well, the HPs aren't bad until you start getting up to like that 80% power usage on them. Then they start screaming. But as long as you're like below that 80% threshold, they're really not bad. I had the 2 mini Doges on a single HP running on 110, so 900 watts.
Right.
And I could hear the fan, but it wasn't like horrible. And it was like it wasn't
like Sanyo Screamer loud.
No, not at all, not at all. It would just kind of like ramp up for a moment and then cool down, and then ramps back up for a moment. It would just kind of pulsate like that. But yeah, it really wasn't bad.
So yeah, it's got all that. Just a DC light now. Dang. Time to get a new one. The only good part about it is that you can just replace those like boards for relatively cheap. You don't have to buy a new power supply.
Well, if it's just
those server power supplies are super cheap too. So
If it's not turning on anymore, and that's the only problem, if you're like looking at the side of the board where the connector is away from you from the left, the last pin and the fourth pin over, you could put a jumper and see if the thing turns on.
yeah,
If
like
it
touch two wires on top of it and see what comes on.
Yeah, if it turns on, then you know that it's just the on-off function of it died, which is actually the most common problem with them. Anytime that I have a problem with my breakout boards, that's the problem. It's like all of us miners, we're gonna hook it up to our mining rig, and we want it to turn on with power, right? So you're gonna hook up a Molex to it, so that when the main power supply turns on, it pops that one on too.
Right.
I don't understand it, why nobody can make a power on system that'll survive more than a couple of years or power cycling on and off. I think you turn it on and off a few times, and it's like that you run the gambit of it just dying.
He says it was working when it pooped. So it's no longer working? And it was working?
I mean, did it like let out magic smoke, or does it have burnt connectors?
Do you permanently put a wire? Yes.
Yes.
You can test it by like touching them
touching
together.
the wire and just jumping it, and then you can pull it off. If something bad starts to happen, you can just bink and it turns off.
Yeah. But to like keep it going,
you just solder it. Yes.
You would solder them. I see nothing zap. Yeah, just touch the jump the two little pins and see if it comes. See if your power.
Pin 1 and pin 4 are the two pins that you need a jumper.
Yep. And if
That's
it works,
usually the problem that I've come across. I mean, bad stuff does happen, but that's usually the big culprit. Not the problem.
Yeah. I've seen people even like not solder and just like wrap the wire around
it.
Oh,
that's so sketchy. No, thank you.
It's so sketchy. But, like, it definitely works.
No. I'm not gonna promote that one.
I'm not saying to do it.
But the technician in here wants to like smack those words off out of your mouth for saying that.
It'd be fine.
It's like
Just
that one. It's like that one guy that was taking his 220 and splitting it to 110, right?
Oh my god!
Exactly. That's how I feel with your comment.
Right. But he was cutting the ends of it.
You're wrapping the ends of a wire. Come on, dude. Now you feel my pain.
No, it's not the same.
Yes, it is.
It's not the same.
It's absolutely the same.
That other one doesn't hurt you. This could hurt
what?
you.
What? You're sitting there flowing 1200, like 800 watt, 900 watts through that, and that little wire's sitting there. Yeah, no, you're welding, dude.
He said, "I'll rebuild the circuit before I do that." LOL. Nah, YOLO.
Right.
Just wrap that wire around it. You'll be fine.
No. Fucker. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna get a hold of that 220 guy, that 240 guy, and tell you how well it worked for him.
That guy owns a mining farm, man.
It worked perfectly fine for him. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
It clearly did. He has like another mining farm. It's big time. So clearly it works.
Right? You got no leg to stand
when
on.
I watched it.
You got no leg to stand on. Boom. You know what I'm talking about.
He's got one less leg to stand on.
Right.
It was a fake leg. Right. And it couldn't hold the weight, you know. And it just went, meh. Yeah.
You're funny.
It'll work though, Tech Man. It'll work. Just jumper the cables first, though, before
Yeah.
you solder.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of them that I've fixed like that.
If it doesn't come on, then you know it's something
It's
else.
pooched.
You guys rock. You rock so hard.
It's like I threw away a couple of them before I figured that out. Somebody had they're like, "Oh man, just jumper this. If it turns on, fucking keep the wire there." I was like, "What?" And he's like,
Yeah, keep it
Yeah.
there by wrapping it around it. Don't solder it.
"No, you solder it. You solder it."
It's so hard. You guys are so cool. So hard. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Don't wrap the wire. I'm just playing Tekken. I mean, you know that I'm lame.
Right, I'll start
But
showing.
I've definitely, but I have
I will
definitely
start
seen people
showing
do it.
unmanaged wires in Discord and tagging Mikkel in it.
Gross.
If he starts promoting wrapping a bare wire around a pin connector,
Gross.
I will trigger him with such messy wiring.
Hate it. Drives me crazy.
I will
This is a new
revamp.
on-off switch coming up.
I will
Yeah.
revamp Medusa, my Medusa rig,
Ew.
and it will have the most messy wires. And I'll show it like
Alright.
mining and just for you.
For you to undo my pretty work and then like ruin it with more wires, like that would really grind my gears. You know what I mean?
That'd grind
Like
your
I
fan.
worked
That
so
would grind your
hard on like
fans.
I worked so hard on cleaning those wires up and like making them pretty after you did whatever you did to it.
Hey man, hey,
Ugh.
Medusa lived up to its legend. Okay, it had to be
Bro.
the messiest rig.
Bro, you guys, if you only knew.
I
Like,
had to have one, and I
bro.
named it as such because I knew what I was doing. It was a theme.
The name was fitting because the wires were fucking everywhere, all over the top of the case. You couldn't pull a card out. There was wires
Right, it was like
all
a
over them.
snake nest of wiring. I was like Medusa.
I remember the day I had to go fix that rig, and he was like, "I'm sorry." That was literally the words out of his mouth. Like I had to go open it, and he just like immediately said, "I'm sorry." And I was like,
Because I
"Open
knew it was
I'm
gonna
like,
trigger
I
him.
said, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Bro, this is not okay." Oh, gosh.
Hey, to my
Especially the
own
corporate
thing,
level,
to
dude,
all
I
my
know.
other rigs, I did really good wire management until I had to go into it to fix something, and then the wiring got
Hey, will
because
you,
I had to undo
go
wiring.
check Discord. Techman's asking a question in Discord about he said here. I saw the message come across my screen.
Oh, hold on.
I'm assuming it's a picture.
Right.
But yeah, Gundy, he said cable management is important. He said a lot of turds don't do it, especially in the corporate level. Yeah, man, I've seen some crazy. I went to a data center once to actually drop off some equipment, and I saw some like very scary wire management. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
the
is
the
pretty
pins, the pin 1 on the left there, and then count 4 pins over. So what pin 1 and pin 4? So I got a jumper, and that thing should turn on.
so scary networking rooms. Oh my gosh, man, I can only imagine what
Oh,
like
dude, those people cut
some of these.
and go. They cut
Yep.
wires and remove what was there, and it's like, oh,
They don't
my
even
Lord.
like. They don't even take the time. They just
No.
cut it.
Cut it.
I've seen some like terrible pictures of like network. He said, "Dang chips, man." Like they worked. Yeah, I can only imagine, Gundy. I haven't seen like any of the networking rooms, but I can only imagine what it would look like in like a worst case scenario of someone not giving a fuck. Yeah. Anytime that I do work at the farm, I usually like straighten up some cables on there. I just literally can't help myself.
He's like, gotta go
Literally can't.
downstairs to try.
Nice. Keeps posted. Yeah, that is. It's like my number one pet peeve. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Just can't do it.
Well, my Medusa rig, it
That's
was
what my
it was a
nightmare's
rack
made
it
of.
was a rack build originally, so you know how rack builds are. I don't care. You are running wires at
I
on
have
the far
not,
end
Joe.
of the rig. Is the wires are usually stretched out as far as they'll go at the other end of the rig, right? So like,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as wire management if you're hanging your GPUs on the bottom of a rack.
Bullshit.
There's no way.
I had wire management. When
I
was
had
racking.
it on 2 shelves with an 11 card rig. Bullshit. There's no way. No way.
But yeah, I haven't tried it yet, Joe Spindler. I'm currently not at home. But I have a PC that I'm actually going to use it on once I get home. Having problems running it on Windows 10. Yeah, that they suggest you don't run it on Windows 10. That is like their not that it's not that it can't be done, but Windows 11 or Ubuntu, 20 or 22. Like you gotta run Windows 11. If you're gonna stay in Windows, run Windows 11. It's only because of certain drivers that Windows 11 actually allows for some kind of compute. What I'm understanding, I don't know 100%, but you can get it to work on Windows 10, but you have to like do a bunch of work. It's not easy. People have done it though. There are Windows 10 machines on the leaderboard currently. Most of them are Windows. Linux haters. I'm running Linux on mine. So that's just me personally.
To me, it's just.
I know, but I hate
have
Windows 11.
issues
Yeah,
trying to put
Windows
stuff
11 is
into my
finicky.
Linux and trying to run stuff. But once I have everything there, I can launch it. It's like I'm fine once I have it all there and set up. It's like getting into the point where it can launch. I'm like bashing my head away, Googling it and trying to figure it out. Running over to my Windows machine to Google it because the Linux one is broken.
Yeah, if you want to run it though, you got to run Windows 11. I know it sucks, but gotta run 11.
It's like
run Ubuntu.
I've been thinking about updating the BIOS on my motherboard to allow Windows 11.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's stopping me on my PC at home. Like my main PC is a BIOS update.
Yep, I'm just saying.
I always get that update, and it's always like, your computer's not compatible with Windows 11. I'm like, so
right,
kick rocks. I don't want it anyway. And then like my wife's computer that I like just built has like newer BIOS, and it's like, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? And I'm like, no, I don't like this. Chat is disconnected. No.
You may no longer see that.
Yeah. This battery is about to die on this keyboard because I'm not that far away, but I have to like point it.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, your key fob in the winter time when you're trying to remote start your car and you're putting it underneath your chin because the battery's half dead and you want it to respond to your car. You know about that trick, right?
I know of the trick. I've never done the trick.
It works.
And I've never seen anybody like in person do it.
I will.
I've only seen it in videos.
I will attest that it actually works. I was standing by the front of the building one day. My car was out in the parking lot, and with a fresh battery, oh man, that thing would remote start from right there. All I have to do is walk up to the window, and then as the battery dies, it like you have to hold the button a little longer, and then it does it, and then eventually it doesn't do anything, and I'm like, I wonder, shits and giggles. Put it right underneath my chin. I hit the button, that fucker my car started right on up. I was like, I'll be damned. I'll give myself a little microwave, but my car starts.
I'm gonna need Windows 11, boo. Joey's from there. He says that is the only air measures that I love to see. It's like, yeah, like you can't support Windows 11. Good. I don't want to support it. Then Gunny says, oh, stop pressuring me.
Right.
Just do it. Just download Windows 11. I don't want to.
Like, fine. We just won't do the security updates anymore. How does that make you feel? Are you going to update now?
Feels great. You gonna update now? No, I'm gonna go to Linux.
It's like the GPU manufacturers trying to force you to get a new GPU, you know? They're like, we're not going to update your drivers anymore. So, it means you're not going to play the new modern games. I haven't been able to play those for the last year. You haven't taken away anything yet.
Try harder.
Right? My car doesn't possess the minimum requirements for the games anyway. Why the fuck do I care?
Default to install Windows 3.1. Oh, Windows. Yeah, I'm gonna run Ubuntu for mine, Mr. Spindler. Just because I dislike Windows 11 too. Sometimes it's really snappy.
Yeah, my wife's got it on her new laptop, and I'm like,
yeah, it's snappy, but it's hard to find shit. Like, they got shortcuts for shortcuts, man, and it's not okay.
See, and I'm used to, like, my shortcuts actually get me places now. Like, you know, open up a tab real quick off the keyboard, you know, I don't even have to fucking click anything. You know, it's like, I think it makes that.
No problem, Joe.
I think it makes the all the commands on the from keyboard to actually like works more as intended, and is set up more like your phone. So like a file now has Inception. And where I kind of get used to it from is my Steam Deck. Because like you have infinite depth on a singular button.
Yep.
So I don't know, it's like I kind of get understand that. Like I remote into my phone periodically to pull certain data off my phone. So I'm like I guess one of those people that are like from the Windows side of things, and I can kind of treat Windows like how Linux users use Linux almost, except that I don't code.
Yeah.
Not saying that I can't manage my way into Linux. I mean, I do have a Linux laptop, so.
This is the way.
Bro, if you're gonna bring back Vista, I'm gonna suggest to you Windows 2000 for your horror. Okay.
I am a huge Windows 7 fan. I miss Windows 7.
No, I'm
Windows
saying
7 Black Edition all day long.
I'm talking Windows 2000, and not just any Windows 2000, the Millennium Edition. Dude, it was horrible. It makes Vista look like it was functioning properly.
Yeah, I didn't like Vista. Vista sucked.
And now you know how bad
Windows 7
2000 was.
all day. Windows 7 Black Edition all day long.
I was an XP fan.
Really?
Yeah,
You liked XP?
Yeah, XP in 98.
98 was good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like where I
That's
grew
classic.
up.
That is classic.
I grew up in 98. Like for using computers, not like I grew up in 98. I was born in 91, so 98 is when I was like old enough to finally like start messing with computers. So that's where I like joined in to the Windows brigade.
See, I started utilizing computers in like, I want to say like 87. 86, 87.
No. Oh my gosh.
So
Netscape, that's crazy, man.
My uncle,
I remember that.
My
on
uncle
CD.
was coding games back in the late 70s and early 80s.
Bring back AOL.
Heck yeah, man. Dial up, baby. I mean, real dial up. Where you get all the cool noises.
All the cool noises, no phone calls through your home line.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. Baller.
Those are the days.
Where if you tried to send a
do.
picture, that picture would take 2 days to send. Why? Because it would take your computer forever to upload that damn freaking photo.
Sorry, like just got back. Like my phone froze because of there was an Amber Alert that just happened, and my phone was like. All right. If you were lucky your parents had a second landline. Yeah, I wasn't lucky.
Oh my god, yeah.
No, wasn't lucky.
Where a 250-bit hard drive was huge.
And everything ran off of what IDE cables.
Oh my god, yeah.
Worst.
Oh.
So breakable, man. You bend that thing the wrong way, you're screwed.
And then you got your ketchup mustard wiring.
Yeah.
Everything running Molex.
Oh.
Molex power for the win.
SATA wasn't even invented yet.
PCIe ports weren't even a thing yet. External graphics cards weren't even there. It was all integrated graphics. And if you were really involved, you had a graphics accelerator that you can plug your monitor into.
2.64 gigahertz channels was mine. Others was the folks.
Oh my god, 9600 baud. Oh god, stop talking like that. Flashbacks.
Okay, thank you. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, TechFam. Is he saying dial up? I'm way too far away from my monitor.
Yeah, dial-up was stellar.
Dial up. Got it. I thought it was saying dollop. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dial up. Got it. Yeah.
Jump the interrupts on the MB on his first computer. Those are the days. Man, I'll tell you what. I have taken ancient computers that I have not thrown away. I've got relics. I have some relics. You know, DDR2 memory. Not DDR3, not DDR4, DDR2.
Bro,
Yeah.
I built a mining rig with DDR RAM before.
Yep.
That motherboard was so old.
The only thing that sucks is the updates. It just the processors
Updates.
are
Everything
lackluster.
takes so long
Turning
to
on.
load.
Just turning on takes longer.
Yeah. Hey, dude, it would take that rig like 4 or 5 minutes to boot. Like, it would take forever. And the latency was always terrible. Always.
Oh, God. I was actually
never
kind of
good.
surprised with my ASRock board with off of a computer that's like, God, 2006-ish, 2005, I think I put the computer together, and that thing was.
There you
I
go,
had
man.
8
No hard
GPUs
drives.
running on it.
Runs on 5 1/4 floppies. Fucking floppy
Yes.
drive. Those were the days.
Yep. Boot to floppy. Yep.
I remember what Windows 98 was on a floppy, wasn't it?
You could
Like,
run it off
I
a
remember
floppy.
that. I remember that because we had that. We had a floppy drive in some Windows.
Yeah, that was where you got that's where you got your official copy from.
Yeah. Like we had to use it like all the time. Like it had to stay in the machine.
Oh, someone didn't install it right.
Yeah. That was like a long time ago, of course, but
Yeah, somebody just didn't know what they were doing. They set their BIOS to boot to floppy instead of actually saving it.
I mean, it sounds right. Now
Yeah.
that I would like, now that I know things like this, yeah.
It's like now that I
Had
know
to
what I
stagger
know
the
now.
drives spinning up to keep from the PSU from blowing up. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah. Yep.
That was prior to me. I'm still a youngin'.
Yep. I mean, think about
Like I said, Windows
watching
98 was my
servers.
first usage of like
Early days
Windows.
servers, like people trying to build their own server, they had to like stagger their drives to boot up. Otherwise, yeah, you didn't have a reliable hard drive. I remember one of my buddies, his dad was a computer scientist, and this is back in the 80s. He's got like a whole tower that was dedicated of spinning hard drives. That's all it
Jeez.
was. I'm like, what the heck is this? He's like, this is $15,000 of the most state-of-the-art hard drives in the world. Take a guess how much memory he had.
Probably like 400 megabytes.
He was at 1 terabyte for
Back-
10 grand.
Jesus.
Like 10, 12 grand, something like that back in the 80s.
That'd be a lot. I mean,
Oh my God, like he pulled the panel up and it's just like it was jam-packed with just hard drives, just saddled into there. Like he put in like hard drive bays in there so that he could just slot them in. I was like,
that's wild.
and he had them running off of component cable, daisy chained to his main computer. So he was running 2 towers in order to have 1 terabyte worth of fucking memory.
Wow. Took me so my first IDE drive was 40 megabytes.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how much, and it's like he needed it for the coding that he was running. He
My
was
first say MFM. It looks like it says MFM drive
yeah.
was 10 megabytes. Wow. That's like the size of a freaking Bitcoin wallet.dat file.
Yep.
10 megabytes. It's like 9 and some change, but 9 and some change empty.
Oh yeah.
It'll be greater. It'll be greater than that if it's has data.
Like I've grown up
I'm old school,
over the
brother.
years,
Yeah,
like where
I get that. That's
I've
nice,
dealt
demo.
with some of the early days cypherpunks over the years. Like I've come across some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know Tech Man is a little like not sure. I think me and Tech Man are the same amount of old school. If not, he's got me by a little.
Or the same
bit.
amount of old.
Right? We might be the same amount of old. Because, like, I remember the internet being mostly comprised of college bulletin boards. I have 64K chips. Oh, early days. Bro, I still have my GTX 550 Ti.
Well, yeah, that is a fact, Gundy. I do remember that. So you used to hack AOL for free online time, just using a through a third party.
Right. Same to you, Joe. Same to you. You have a good
same
night.
to you, buddy.
Merry
Have a
Christmas
good
to
rest
you and your
of your
fam. Thank you for
have a
being
good
here.
rest of your night and week. Hope you have a good Christmas. Safe travels if you're traveling.
But I think that we should probably cut it here. We are over that 1 hour point, and I know we're having like this awesome conversation and stuff too.
It is a pretty good conversation.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And my first memory upgrade was an XT. Modded it to 256K to 1 megabyte. Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah. I know. I mean, that to have what was it? 120 megabytes. You were baller. That was a really expensive computer back in the day. That was like.
That was wild.
That would have been like late 80s, maybe early 90s, like 120 bit megabit hard drive, or it wasn't even really a hard drive. It was like a memory stick of some sort, some of it was like there was like weird standards for how they were doing stuff back then. Like some of it was like you had to be careful if it was integrated, you couldn't upgrade anything on it other than the chip set on there, because like some of it was like enterprise grade stuff where you're just supposed to plug in peripherals into it.
Wow, really good. The first PC costed $666.
Hey,
Odd
man.
numbers, but also like imagine how much that would cost now.
Right. I mean, back then, they're in that
Think
that
about
point
that.
in time,
Think about that
would have
inflation.
been $600 to $700 back then was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, probably well over $2,000.
Oh yeah.
On purpose. 666 on purpose because it was The internet was a temptation.
But only crooks and criminals were using it then. Everything they've said about Bitcoin, they have said about the internet. Like, you can overlay the conversations. They're the same. You're hearing weird stuff.
Yeah, people just do know that.
You're hearing hotel things.
Yep. It's terrible.
Just as long as you're not in room 1204.
No, just 12.
Uh-oh. You're getting close there. You're kind of tempting fate.
A little close.
Right, because that's that movie it was based on. It was like room 1204 or something like that. Yeah.
What, The Shining?
No. That's a newer movie.
Mm.
New-ish. Forget the name of the movie though. It was like room 1204, and like you would check into there, but you would never come back out of it.
I can get Cam in Discord if you guys want to go split dunking. Oh my gosh.
They thought the internet was going to be a fad. I know, right?
Yep. And they were giving away domains for free.
Oh my god. Just think. Somebody
Now it
owns.
costs us.
Somebody owns JoeMama.com.
Yep.
Somebody owns that.
I still find it so crazy that they were just giving those away for free. And
Yep.
now we have to pay yearly for them.
Yep. There are people that are like, what's this? Not check for my domain. Holy crap! There are
Yep.
people who have hit it with their domains, you know?
Just having something that's like real creative or like it's something that like pertains to like what they're selling or like what their business is. I hate subscriptions.
Somebody
Yeah, I think
owns
it's
an
I hate we have to pay yearly for like
So,
URLs.
hey man, just
It's
think.
so stupid.
Somebody owns an armandaleg.com.
An arm in the leg. This is wild. Yeah, I usually go to like unstoppable domains because you just pay for like the domain. Like you're not doing any like yearly subscriptions. You pay sometimes a little more, but you don't have like that yearly upkeep, which is stupid. And only getting more expensive. Like for sure. GoDaddy charges an arm and a leg.
But patent pending.
But URL pending.
Right.
Well, URL's been pending. Let's see. Hey guys, if you have any like questions
Right now is it?
before we get out of here? Gonna scroll through chat real fast.
Because me and this guy have been working all day.
Yep. And I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
I finally have one day off.
I have the rest of the week until the day after Christmas off. So, yeah. spend a couple days at home, hang out with the family,
Right.
enjoy Christmas, and then back to work.
Hi-ho.
What's up, John Tremaine?
Hi-ho. It's off to work we go. With hand grenades and raise your place hi-ho. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
FA in the chat, yeah. Appreciate that.
Right, everybody drop those FAs in the Chizity chat, guys. Yo.
Sure.
The DCA adventure is rated F for frickin' awesome. Yo.
You can say the F word, you know. It's okay.
Huh?
You can say the F word, you know. It's okay.
Really dirty.
Oh,
Should be saying free. There's no such thing as free.
I didn't say free. I said fuck.
Oh, that F word. Oh, okay. I was like, dude, that's a dirty word, dude. We don't say that around here. I'm like, fuck
Ain't
that
nothing,
shit.
ain't nothing free after damn shit.
You are a static ball, you fur kitty. Jumps up on me. I feel a snap. Oh, I've been electrically shot. Click. Pay attention to me. So, all right. Well, since nobody else doesn't have any other comments or questions, and my cat's really wanting my attention, I think we're gonna end it here.
I agree. Hey, thank you, Gundy. Thank you for thanking us.
Right.
And
So-
thank you guys for like showing up tonight. I greatly
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
y'all.
Definitely smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Check out the links down below. We have free links down to the Discord, and then we have some links to Patreon if you'd like to support what we do here and get some of that behind the scenes knowledge. Yo.
Nice, Tech Man, go do that.
He's like, I'm gonna go solder this thing. Obviously, it worked. Like it turned on.
Yep.
Sweet Jesus. GPU Jesus has helped out again. Getting me back to hashing for the cost of a little bit of wire and some solder.
He said I'm gonna do it in Discord. Alright, cool.
Nice.
Let's go to Discord and watch that happen. Facts. I got enough battery. I'm gonna get my charging block out. Make sure I can watch this happen. With soldering iron comes great responsibility. Or no responsibility. Just wrap it around, you know, just wrap the wire around it, it's fine. You don't who needs to solder?
Right.
It's overrated. Wrapping wire is where it's at.
Start showing you nothing but servers, data centers.
Chris.
I'll
Hot glue
show-
gun. Fucking hot glue.
show you the backside of a server
Just
cabinet.
no wrapping.
Just the hot glue. Oh, they're gonna do it like
Yeah,
like
hot
Coin Mine
glue.
1.
Hot glue the SATA cable onto the hard drive so it doesn't come out.
Right.
Cannot believe that one. That was wild. There was so much hot glue in that thing.
Right?
On so many different components.
Oh yeah, that turd with its no-name GPU in there.
Yeah. That no-name GPU actually runs one of my FPGA rigs.
I was about to say, you still got that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
I still the CoinMine 1 too. It actually has the 16 gigabyte Sapphire card in it.
Running
Upgrades.
that horrible APU.
Yep, I upgraded the RAM, gave it a bigger hard drive, gave it a better 570, 580. You know what I mean?
Gave it all the best chance it could be to be just a polished turd.
Yeah, it still sucks. It's still a turd. It mines. It does do that. That's about all it does.
At least it's
not
not
good
under
for much
control
else.
of CoinMine.
That's facts.
That is scary whenever they can just reach out and touch your rigs and see everything behind your network.
Well, they closed down.
Oh, I know.
They shut down.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, they were straight up looking at my network
Oh, yeah.
back in the days when I didn't think it was as necessary.
So with that being said, we're going to end it here. We're going to get up off here and watch Techman do some unadulterated soldering. See some bare naked wiring.
I don't like it.
See the smoke rising.
Oh my gosh, keep it on.
Oh, I've been trying to hold those back, dude. I've been trying to hold
I
those
know.
back.
Can't.
I can't watch you do that.
I cover so you don't have to see it every time.
Right. I don't want to see that. I'm like right there. So with that being said, we're gonna get up off of here. We're gonna watch Techman do some soldering if he does that in Discord. Otherwise, we'll definitely see all of you awesome people on the next one, guys. So peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.